Tell me, would you be okay paying for a woman to wear a hijab to school? Or to ensure that anyone found guilty of adultery is stoned to death? Yeah, I'm not talking about in Saudi Arabia. I'm talking about here in the United States. Well, guess what? You're already doing that. Many of us are paying to ensure the application of Sharia law. Yup, that same law that asks for stoning for adultery, execution for leaving Islam, and women needing at least 4 male witnesses to prove rape. All you liberal types out there believe in the separation of church and state. You freak out if a president even mentions God.
In God we trust.
Or if someone else says a prayer at a school or a public event.
So much, you stupid Christian.
But here's the kicker. You are all already paying for religion. How? Through your taxes. You see, in states like New York, Michigan, and California, public schools are serving halal food. And you're footing the bill. And this isn't halal, guys, I'm talking about. That's a food cart.
Hey, hello.
I'm talking about halal certified meals, which are only allowed to be prepared by Muslims and must be blessed by invoking Allah during slaughter. So let me get this straight. Only Muslims can do the preparation. Only Muslim-owned businesses can provide it. The name of Allah has to be invoked before the ritual slaughter of the animal. And public schools are required to buy from them. You and I have to pay for them. That is not religious accommodation, folks. That's a monopoly. It's a faith-based supply chain paid for by the American taxpayer.
I've converted to Islam.
Islam?
Meanwhile, if a Christian student wants to say grace before lunch, people lose their minds. Hell, Jewish kids aren't even allowed to attend classes in Colombia.
Had a reason with them?
No, I'm banned from school.
Some of you may say, but what about kosher food? Aren't we paying for that? Well, let's break it down. Kosher food is based on dietary laws, not religious prayer. Non-Jews can cook it under supervision, and it's often eaten by Muslims, vegetarians, even the gluten-free types. Kosher is about rules. It's why even the Prophet apparently ate kosher food back in the day. Halal, on the other hand, is about religious ritual. It's ritual killing after invoking the name of Allah.
A kosher meal? I don't want a kosher meal.
Let's talk about some of the numbers. A halal school meal costs about $3 more per meal than the standard lunch that they're served in a public school. In a school of just 100 kids eating these meals, that's $54,000 extra per year. In a district with 500 students needing such meals, let's try around $270,000 a year. And keep in mind, the school does not count the number of meals it gives out. It just assumes that there is a big percentage of them. So you're paying a lot of money regardless of whether or not anybody in that school is going to eat it. It's not based on count, it's based on an estimation. Now, that may not sound like a lot, but ask yourself this. Why is it okay for your taxes to fund food blessed in the name of a specific God that only certain people are allowed to make who are from that religion, and only certain people are allowed to eat? Here's the bigger point. If you're buying halal food with tax dollars, what's next? Should we buy hijabs for the girls too? Because here's the thing. A lot more Muslims wear hijabs than eat halal strictly. So if you're picking and choosing which religious practices to fund, why food? How about prayer rugs? How about turbans? The First Amendment protects your right to practice religion, but it doesn't mean that others have to pay for it. A Muslim girl has the right to wear a hijab to school, but the school doesn't have to buy it for her. Likewise, a Catholic student may fast during Lent, but the school doesn't alter its entire menu for 40 days. In the past, kids bought lunch from school. Now, public schools are more religiously compliant than their households are. If your faith demands special food, great, but that's your responsibility, not mine. Let me know what you think. Should we be paying to support the Sharia law? Let me know in your comments.